Here we have another list of gadgets, toys, and accessories that you can get for pretty cheap on Amazon. Some of these items are clearly weird, others are just useful in general, and some are simply cosmetic. If you like what you see, make sure to use our affiliate links in the description down below. That will help support the channel, and we really appreciate it. This double dispenser will allow you to hold your dry foods in 2 plastic containers, up to 17.5 ounces. Each twist dispenses a portion of 1 ounce. These also claim to preserve freshness for up to 34 days. Now, of course, you can leave your dry foods stored away, but this helps portion out snacks, and by design, honestly, just looks nice. There's a tray on the bottom that even protects against crumbs. And hey, if you have pets, you could also feed them pet food through it. At $23.99, it's definitely worth buying this product. For kids, adults, and family, the Kiko Marbled Unicorn Galaxy Slime is for everyone. This slime has bright, colorful hues and is designed to look like a galaxy. This bundle of slime can be stretched, squeezed, swirled, and bound. Choose from a selection of colors, as this galaxy pack comes with 6 different combinations. This honestly is most suited for children, but is honestly a creative time waster. This next item is definitely suited for more young females. The Go Go Galaxy Stella doll, to be exact. Push your belly to see what happens. You can make your own goo with the included goo drops. Essentially, this is a doll that is surrounded by goo and filled with goo. This doll comes with all the tools necessary to entertain your little ones. The packaging is very similar to those of LOL dolls, if you know what those are. The Craft City Kool-Aid Edible Slime is slime made from Kool-Aid. Choose from blue raspberry or cherry. This is definitely a bit wacky. Essentially, this is playing with your food to an extreme. It also comes with edible confetti. For $14.99, you can buy this for your kid. You can enjoy it for yourself, or you can get it for young ones. It's cheap and creative, and also a bit of a mess. Play a prank on people. With the Archie McPhee Handy Squirrel, it's a squirrel that goes on your hand, with 4 paws and a head to go on your fingers and your hand. Play around and explore, as now your hand has transformed into a squirrel. Young and old, it really doesn't matter. This is one of those somewhat weird things, but in all honesty, I find it pretty funny. It's also another really cheap toy, so that's something to consider as well. Nostalgia has always had great looking toasters and roasters, and the TCS2 grilled cheese maker is definitely no exception. It's convenient with a drip tray that picks up breadcrumbs and toasts your grilled cheese in just a few minutes. The toaster easily preheats and cooks your toast. Just don't expect it to be burnt, since it appears not to be an extremely strong toaster. It also, in my opinion, is just really nice to look at. It's mostly aesthetics, and it can be a bit convenient when you don't want to have to worry about too much of a mess. I think what I like most is the way the yellow looks on it. Also, it's just really compact, and I don't know how to describe it, but the look is always like this 1960s sort of diner, maybe even earlier, that type of look. I think that's really cool, and nostalgia really does hit that nostalgia in that sort of manner. Now, of course, it's not nostalgic for everyone, but it's not nostalgic for me, but I really do like the sort of time period. It definitely looks interesting to me, and it's one of those things where it's like, of course you can make grilled cheese on your own. Everyone could do that, right? And it would actually be quicker to like fry it on a pan. But there is a bit of convenience that you get from the toaster that honestly you don't normally get from everything. So consider getting it if you want. I totally understand why some people they rather stick to the pan, it saves them money. But for me, I think there's a combination of aesthetic and functionality that I really like that's offered from this. In only 7 minutes, You can make slushies, milkshakes, and fruit smoothies with the Zoku Slush and Shake Maker. This device helps you make an 8-ounce frozen drink. Just freeze the inner core for 8 hours and remove it from the freezer. Next, place the core in the outer cup and place your ingredients and mix. It's a small and stylish shake maker. Oh, and if you're worried about it, well, it's BFA free, so you don't have to worry about the plastic there. I don't know about you, but that's definitely what I like to hear when I buy a plastic product. Want something a bit silly yet useful? What about bacon strip band-aids? Yup, you heard me, bacon strips. These band-aids will help you deal with cuts and bruises, along with making people feel quite confused, or maybe just make them laugh. Oh, and it also comes with a neat tin. This is definitely one of those more random things, but I find it pretty funny. And also, something that's just kind of a little bit out there. I don't think most people have bacon band-aids, so at least if you get this, you could be a little bit unique. Speaking of pranks, how about the potato chip snake can? Sure, it looks generic, but this is genuinely a classic prank. It's an 8.5-inch can with fake nutritional facts. The snake is 4 to 5 feet long. The snake is also detachable, so if you want a more realistic use for this, you could always use an actual empty can. Either way, it's pretty cheap and something that I'd consider one of the classic pranks. And hey, if the prank doesn't work, at least you have something to play with. I mean, honestly, you could just throw the snake at your friend out of nowhere. That'd be kind of weird, but funny as well. Similar to the Pop the Pig game, if you know what that is, next we have Gooey Louie. But instead of pushing down on a pig, this one has you pulling boogers out of Louie's nose. Now, this works by each player rolling a die. And once they roll on, say, 1 or 2, or they reverse or skip a turn, they pull out 1 or 2 boogers. And if they end up pulling out the wrong booger, then Louie's head opens up and his brain flies out. I do not know why it's so weird, but this is actually something that exists and is pretty cheap. So if you want something that's fun for the family, or just something to weird people out, then this might be something to consider. How about something that goes on your keychain? The High 5 Universal Cell Phone Charger is a 5-in-1 cable that turns into a USB-A connector, a micro USB, a USB-C, and a double USB-C connector. It's only $12.99. This accessory started off as a Kickstarter and seems to have mostly positive reception. This item is currently at 4 stars on Amazon, and for most people, it seems to be doing a great job. Though the negative reviews say that it breaks way too easily. Either way, I'd say it's best for you to decide whether or not this is something you'd want to buy. Either way, hey, in my opinion, this is a really cool product, and it definitely seems pretty rare for most Kickstarters to actually properly succeed. So you know what? This one definitely has my recommendation to look into it, at least. Now, honestly, I think having a cable that's like USB type A and C and all of that can be useful, but I would worry about the quality of it, and I would want to make sure that the connection would be stable for my phone. But I don't know about you. Maybe you'd like it. I also think it's just a cool little trinket as well. I mean, not everyone has a USB cable on their keychain, so that's definitely something to consider. And thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see, please give the video a like, and if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button and make sure to hit the bell as well. And if you have any suggestions, let me know down in the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching and have a great day.